Hello everyone, my name is Anatoly Letaev. I'm the founder of Migronis, and in this video I'll cover where and how you can purchase citizenship in the Caribbean. There are currently 5 Caribbean islands where this is possible: Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts and Nevis. In order to receive a passport through real estate, you can only invest in a government-approved property. Between all 5 islands, there are more than 100 such properties to choose from. What's considered an investment property? You can purchase a villa, an apartment, or a part of one. There's currently more demand for properties that are under construction, mainly chain hotels. This is because, firstly, there's a lower investment threshold from $200,000 to $250,000. This type of property is also easier to sell later on. If you choose to sell after 5 years, you would retain citizenship while the purchaser would also become eligible. You can also generate a return on your investment. A local managing company can help you operate individual properties, while hotels can take care of that for you. Some chains even offer investors 2 to 4 weeks of free accommodation a year. Investment in hotel shares is a more reliable choice, especially when purchased from verified builders that have maintained a good track record of project completion on the islands of the Caribbean. Unfortunately, there are also some properties that remain unfinished, just like the one behind me here.
There is one development here in Nevis that did not get built to fruition. The people had bought their economic citizenship, they bought the units, they were a CBI investment, they got their citizenship, but then the project never finished.
And for that exact reason, we come to the islands, perform our due diligence, and evaluate all of the properties ourselves. We also look at things like whether the building company has experience in finished projects, were there any problems with bringing this property to the market, their reputation, the presence of any legal claims, and 10 other factors. I strongly recommend checking out a property before you plan to buy it, because purchasing real estate in the Caribbean is an excellent means of acquiring a passport to this part of the world. But it's important to pick out the right property. Demand for Caribbean real estate is growing, and that's directly related to the increasing number of tourists here. Large international airports have been established, such as the one in Antigua, which just opened in 2015. And Antigua receives direct flights from London, a few hubs from the US, Canada, and Germany. It's honestly pretty easy to get down here. To quote a stat, more than 300,000 tourists came to Antigua in 2018. This isn't including those who came on cruise liners. The Caribbean is the key region for 3 of the world's biggest cruise companies: Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian Cruise Line. They own 84% of the market share, and over 40% of global cruise tourism takes place in the Caribbean.
So it's a hub, and then you go with small planes. We have next to us about 7 international airports. So only we have to manage that which start working well.
Over the last 3 years, there about 3-4 years, we have had a lot of improvement to our airport in Dominica, the Douglas Charles Airport.
The overall volume of tourists in the Caribbean is growing. In 2004, around 21 million people visited. This grew to 32 million in 2019. Correlated with this growth, hotel capacity is also going up, with more than 100 hotels planned for construction on the islands. There's just over 27,000 rooms total, with a planned investment of $3 million. And by buying shares in these global hotel chains, you can obtain citizenship. Big names such as Hyatt, Kempinski, Six Senses, and Four Seasons.
We had Amici, Jungle Bay, etc. Last year we had the opening of Jungle Bay, and we also had the opening of Kempinski.
On the ridge there, which looks like a whale, you'll have the villas on that ridge, and the clearing, you see where that shorter tree is, and left of that, that's where the hotel is going to be. So 9 villas and 100 rooms, a limited partnership in the ownership in the hotel, and each investor for $220,000 US.
What are the benefits of investing in projects like these? Well, for starters, they're very safe. It's perhaps safer than investing in a separate property. It's also much easier to transition out of this type of investment in the future, seeing as you can sell the property 5 or 7 years down the road and retain your citizenship status. Whoever buys the property after you will also have the ability to receive citizenship. Furthermore, you can receive annual returns on the property without having to manage it yourself. The operator in this case, again, would be one of the hotel chains.
So we've got a studio there that we've just listed at $135,000. It's a studio, looks out over the ocean. So you look out across the ocean and you can see the Marriott at the end of that beach. That's $135,000. And we also have a couple of more traditional homes in Nevis, and they start at about, we've got one that we're just, it's $190,000 US.
We have 6 villas under construction right now. And the construction has started since June 2019. And we're expanding on another 33 acres of land, which is like, where we're building another 36 villas. So the whole unit, so starting price is about 3 million something. It depends as well if you're looking for the large one or the small one. For example, the Zabukos, where the whole story started, price point will be almost 2 point something million. But we do have like people like interested to buy even on the CBI and at the same time buying the whole ownership of the villa.
So like for now, you're investing in a 4-bedroom with all these different rooms. You're looking at $3 million because it won't be like 5 or 6 years ago when these villas were constructed. It's more modern, it's more equipped, it's more advanced. We have 43 villas. I think it's only 2 of them haven't been sold. Price for the 1-bedroom studio, I think, is about 500,000, at least 500,000 for the one. 2 villas to make 1 unit. So 2 of the studios to make 1.
400 chairs sold in Park Hyatt. It's completely sold. Now we are doing the resale, 30 full shares, or now we are selling half shares as per the law. There is 60 half shares to be sold. We built 60, we call them apartments, it's 60 suites. So there is total 800 shares of 200,000 to 20,000. It's sold now, we are reselling for the old ones who want to sell.
For 200,000 you can get a 2-bedroom, 1,000 square foot property with dock space on the water. So it's a single house. They're part of a block, so you have a block of say 6 or 8 houses. You'll have 1,000 square foot in the middle or on the end, selling for sort of 175, 195 US. And they're good properties. They get a good volume of visitors coming in. You can get a good return on investment. We have a property management company, but there's a number to choose from. Generally, $500,000 is more the citizenship by investment, or CIP, as it tends to get called in Antigua. There's a lot of contractors and there's a lot of builds going on. If you look at the South Beach in Jolly Harbour, that used to have vacant plots. Maybe a third of them or a quarter of them are empty. I think there's 1 out of 26, 27. So yeah, there's a lot of construction going on. And you do have a lot of choice. So if you did want to build, it's easy.
It really depends on the style, the size of the land, the architecture, there are lots and lots and lots of variables, but there are starting points, like we were saying, at about 150,000 for a small studio, and then going all the way up to 7, 8, 10 million.
Many people think that real estate on an island comes cheap. Looking at St. Kitts and Nevis, nothing could be further from the truth.
How full is it? I mean, is it sold already?
Yeah, most of it is sold. The ones that we're getting now are resales.
Secondary market just started because of...
Yeah, because it was a 5-year hold.
How often do you have such properties? Is it a good price?
We're getting them more now because of the 5-year. So it's kind of a new thing, but I guess it'll go in cycles. It'll depend as to when people bought and how they work out their 5-year period.
I hope this video was useful for you, and if you'd like to find out more about Caribbean real estate, please click the links in the description beneath the video. There's also a lot of materials on Caribbean real estate and citizenship programs as well. Don't forget to post your questions in the comments and subscribe to our channel. See ya!